So, I Am 8-Bit is back once again, and they are doing another set of collector cartridges. I Am 8-Bit was in the news the first time for doing these about a year ago. It was about a year ago.
Was Street Fighter 2 already a year ago?
Yeah.
The anniversary cart?
Yeah, they did a Street Fighter 2 anniversary cartridge. There was
sold out in like 3-4 days. It sold out.
Yeah. There was a red one, and then there was like a limited edition clear one.
There was a chase one.
Yeah, there was the chase one.
For the green one, right? Was it a green one?
Yeah, green. Blanca green. And these were officially licensed reproductions, made with new cases, new boards, and all that. They were numbered. I believe the Street Fighter one was a fairly low number, or like I think it was 1,000.
5,500 Street Fighter 2.
5,500. Okay.
And then I forget what the percentage of the clear and green one was. Like 1 in 10, something like that.
It wasn't 1 in 10. I think
1 in 8.
I thought it was lower than that.
Okay, there was there was 4,500 total red, and then 1,000 glow in the dark green.
Gotcha.
Ones.
Okay. Cool.
So that's 1 in 5 almost, 1 in 4.5 pat math.
So they're doing it again, but this time for Mega Man's 30th anniversary for Mega Man 2, the 30th anniversary of that on the NES. They're doing a Sky Blue cartridge release, and they are doing it in a new box with foil.
Mostly the same artwork, just with taking off most. Nintendo obviously
correct.
Seal's gone. They put 30 on there, so you know it's a new game.
But it's the original box art itself. There's foil embossments and gloss and things like that. There's a nice instruction book. There's a forward. It
Forward
looks
was by Gerard Khalil, by the way.
On
Mega Man 2, yeah. Our pal Gerard.
For Mega Man 2, it says Salvatore.
Oh, is he on Mega Man X?
Yeah,
he's on one of them.
Okay, that's cool. So they're doing
Mega Man X.
So it's Sky Blue, a nice new box. It's totally a playable cartridge. The manufacturing is by Retrotainment Games and Infinite NES Lives, and
all new shells, all new boards. These aren't donor carts.
And Mega Man X is also getting a release. This one's coming in a white cartridge.
Is that like a light gray, I'd say, versus white, like a lighter gray.
Okay.
You think that's white?
To me, it looks white.
Okay,
yeah.
that's a lighter gray. It's a light shade of gray.
So, and that one is coming in, once again, a nice box with foil and embossments. 1 in 8 of the Mega Man X cartridges will be a glow-in-the-dark blue cartridge. That one does have a forward by the completionist Gerard, and that one is 100 as well.
And by the way, there's going to be a blue alternate Mega Man 2 as well.
Glow-in-the-dark blue alternate?
Glow-in-the-dark, yeah. So that's going to be 1,000 out of the 8,500 print run of the Mega Man 2.
Okay, gotcha. So these are all really cool. I think it's neat that they are doing these. 100 to me that's more than I want to spend on something like this. Is it an unreasonable price? No, I don't necessarily think that is unreasonable when you're looking at what it is.
You got a trifold box, full foil gold gloss embossments, premium instruction booklet, retro packing surprise. I don't know what that means. Is it stickers or pins? I have no idea.
Probably. I mean, I guess stickers.
I mean, here's the thing about these cartridges. What's the most reasonable price? $80 to me, maybe. I mean, like, once you start getting that level, it's like you're looking at the quality versus the cost. These are not cheap AliExpress carts with like flash memory inside. These are real boards with original chips on them, like Brom chips. These aren't cheaply made, so that's part of the cost. That I know, and from what I know, they're well made. So I would like to see the price get lower. Is that a possibility? I don't know what the margins are. I cannot comment on that. I have no idea.
I mean, I'd have to say So I don't really love the look of the plastic on the Mega Man 2 one.
I don't like the light blue color. I don't.
It really all comes down to
Color Dreams Blue.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it reminds me of. It looks cheap by nature of the color, remembering me of various things.
I think they could have went a different direction with that color. Maybe I don't know if that was Capcom's choice or I Am 8-Bits, but I'm not a fan of the two-tone blue, Color Dreams Blue. Yeah.
So all this being said, It's not something I would buy. I don't think it's absolutely outlandish. There's a little bit of, they know that they can get money from collectors here.
They're not sold out yet.
Right.
On the pre-orders.
They know they can get some money from collectors. Also, I don't think that this is necessarily as cheap as people might think. There's the matter of assembly. Is this all being done by hand, by machine? That said, I think with the increased production number of these, 8,500 for each, we're going to see real quickly if whether or not this bet is going to pay off.
Yeah, the 5,500 of Street Fighter 2, I thought they could have sold more of them. They actually sold out, I think, 3 or 4 days. I almost got one. I was like, oh, the second day, it's still, I think by the third day or in the third day, it was gone. They've already announced these, almost a week ago, a little less than a week, and they're still around. I don't know how many have sold already on the pre-orders, and the website looks like they're both available. They don't say sold out. So I don't know. I just wish, the reason I wish they were lower cost was because I would love to have sort of a new, authentic new retro games from mom and pop game stores. So
sure.
I'd love to get them down in cost because then you can also wholesale them and sell them in every, like if Luna Video Games could carry these, that would be a possibility. That would make sense to me to get the cost down so you can order some. I think they would sell well in mom and pop shops.
To a degree.
Depending on what they would cost. Like if they were $60, $80, I think they might sell.
For certain very popular titles like Mega Man 2, yes. I don't know that a Street Fighter 2 cart would have done anything, though. Outside of a collector's market? No. Had it been Street Fighter 2 Turbo? Maybe.
But I knew that Mega Man X was a natural after seeing Street Fighter 2.
Oh, sure. Mega Man X and Mega Man 2 are great choices.
I think you will eventually, though, run out of titles that you can charge $100 for. And have them be collector's pieces. Even in the Capcom world, you're going to run out. Mm-hmm. And then if they did Mega Man X authentically, in order to reverse engineer the Mega Man X 2 and 3, I have no idea what the cost would be for those special chips. I have no idea. Right. It's not going to be $100 probably to do that.
Well,
again, these aren't AliExpress carts. So.
No, but also, a lot of these aren't necessarily for play; they're for collecting.
Well, sure,
Mega Man. I mean,
both.
Just like Street Fighter 2. I'm just saying from their perspective where they are right now. Street Fighter 2, they obviously didn't do with a play style or to play in mind because otherwise you would have picked a better version. Mega Man X is great. It's fantastic. And honestly, I like it better than X2 or X3, but they did it because it's the iconic first entry.
Sure.
Mega Man 2 is getting its 30th anniversary, and it's also what many people, not all, but a lot of people put Mega Man 2 on a pedestal.
It's a real 30th anniversary, not like the Street Fighter 2 where it was like, it's a 30th anniversary of Street Fighter.
Right.
So we'll just fudge it a little bit. But either way. All right. There's a market for these, obviously. I think they'll sell out of both of these.
This is what I was going to say. I disagree a little bit. If the Street Fighter 2 sold out in 3 to 4 days, I don't know, just judging by looking at how records sell, like limited edition records sell and things like that, I don't know if that's fast enough to have considered raising the numbers.
So we're getting into the casual versus the speculative, maybe collector market.
I'm saying for them. I'm not talking about that sort of market. I'm just talking about is it. So 5,500 cartridges
for Street Fighter 2.
If it took them
a few days, 4
or 5 days, or 3 to 4 days, to do 2 cartridges and do 8,500 each.
Oh no, Street Fighter 2 was 5,500.
Yes, I know. Now to do 2 cartridges,
so you're talking
at 8,500 each.
So that's 1,900. That's 1,700 cards.
That's a significant. I mean, granted, it's 2 different titles, and I think they're banking on people wanting both. But
you think it'd be better to space them out? Maybe announce them at different times.
Space them out. I
didn't think about that.
I don't know that I would have. I don't know. Just like I said, I'm not the business person, but just watching how records do this and stuff. Generally, if something sells out fast in a day and a half, then you go, oh wow. But 3 to 4 days, I don't know, especially because I mean, have we looked to see what the Street Fighter 2s are doing on?
I can look on I mean, that's the thing. Then you get to the speculative market. I mean, I had a chance to buy a Street Fighter 2 and I passed on it. Like I said, it was still available.
I'm not doing this for speculation. I'm trying to see if people are holding on to these.
Well, let's look. Street Fighter I am 8-bit, sealed for 170 or 150. Buy it now for the red one. So that's not that much of a markup. That's 50%.
I don't need. My thing is not markup. It's are people buying them on the aftermarket?
Are they buying it? Let's look at sold listings here.
I know the price isn't what concerns me.
They're selling.
Okay.
They're selling $109. One went for in April, so that's you're making your money back.
But are they moving? That's what.
Well, the fact that
Are people still interested?
the trending price is 125, so that shows me the interest is just about where it was when it was first coming out. Because if you can't get that much more for it, I mean, these aren't going for a huge markup. So that tells me the interest is not huge.
Okay, so
the markup side
then I guess my concern is maybe a little bit founded. I feel like they may have jumped the numbers.
That was
too
the first
high.
one that came up, though. This is also what it was interesting. I'm very interested in seeing, but this is the first NES one they've done. So I'm very interested. This is the first real NES license re-release. So that's really interesting to see where's the NES market at, because we know there's more at this point. More probably people will be into the Super Nintendo versus NES in terms of. Because that's just the age group where it's skewed right now.
Sure. For
the collector's market. So it's to me this is a nice experiment, but I think these look like quality products to me. Like I said, I just wish that the price could come down a little bit so that can be, and also the price comes down, more people would buy it too. I don't know if it's an argument of whether double, with twice the amount of people buy it at $80. I don't know about twice, but you get a decent percentage more probably. I think $100 for most people is like $100, like that's like a big jump up. Or from 60 to 80 is one jump up. From 80 to 100 is definitely a bigger jump up.
If it was $99.99.
It is $9.99, isn't it?
It says flat.
Oh, they should have took that cent off.
Yep.
That's a psychological thing, though. It is.
It really
absolutely is. That could cost them like 25 sales. Not putting $99.99. Okay. So all right, we'll see what happens. We'll track this, and we'll see what other company or companies in the future think about doing re-releases of this sort. I mean, there have been ones from Retrobit and other companies like Pico that have licensed out, but those are mostly multi-carts of like all the Jalico and Data East ones that we've covered before.
Right.
This is different. These are premium releases, probably higher quality carts, and like these are games people actually want. Like you can afford to put one of these games on a cart, not 50 Data East games. You know what I mean? This is slightly different than those multi-carts.